Man, the portal's insane. All right, I talked about quarterbacks like in an entire separate part of the show earlier tonight. If you're just watching this video, I did a whole thing on the quarterback. So when I don't mention quarterback here, that's why. Texas has gone off. Texas is all in. Texas is going to be a lot of preseason picks to win the national championship this upcoming year. Maybe mine, I don't know. But they just went and got Cam Coleman. This has all happened today. A lot of this has happened today. Cam Coleman from Auburn, he was the #1 overall player in the portal, former 5-star wide receiver, all the talent in the world. And this dude is going from the Peyton Thorne, Jackson Arnold experience to the Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian experience. And that is what we in life call an upgrade. So congratulations to Steve Sarkisian and Cam Coleman and everybody involved out there, because I would say him and Wingo probably enter the season as one of, if not the best 1-2 combos in college football. Ohio State always has something to say about that, but I'm going to say one of. But that's not all. Raleek Brown from Arizona State is a tailback who had committed a day or so ago, I think, which sort of triggered Hollywood Smothers, the NC State running back, to Alabama. And it was one of those commitments, which we have since learned mean absolutely nothing. They mean even less than when kids are coming out of high school. So today, Texas decided, no, we just want both of them. And so they went and also purchased, is that the right word? I mean, is anyone else uncomfortable with me saying this? Listen, this is big boy college football right now. Texas went and also decided they wanted to purchase Hollywood Smothers. Why settle for one when you can have both? So they've totally retooled their tailback room. Like, all their tailbacks left, and they just imported new ones. And then they, for good measure, looked and said, well, we need to play defense as well. So Rasheem Biles, #1 overall linebacker in the portal at Pitt. Let's add him. Supermarket sweep style. Oh, there's a top 50 corner from Rutgers. Let's knock him in the basket. It's an all-in season. If you don't understand what I'm saying, it's an all-in season for Texas. Then they're probably not done. South Carolina had to make something happen on the offensive line, and they did. Jacarius Peak was an offensive tackle. He's going to play left tackle for him. 38 games over 3 seasons. South Carolina was woeful last year in this department. They were 131st in sacks allowed. And so it's one thing to get the quarterback back. Like, Lenore Sellers didn't go anywhere. And good. How refreshing for high-profile players to just stay somewhere. That's great. But it doesn't matter if you can't protect them. So running the ball, pass pro, these basic concepts of offense, that's what they're looking to rectify here. Tennessee is in the process of importing a defense. Now, it started with Josh Heupel going and getting Jim Knowles, who I guess was not retained at Penn State, which has been it's sort of a weird 24 months for Jim Knowles. He's on top of the world. They win a national championship at Ohio State, and then he decides to leave, and he goes to Penn State right in time for the whole staff to get shown the door. And now he's in Knoxville, of all places. I don't know why I said it that way. I didn't see that coming 24 months ago. Anyway, hey guys, do me one favor. Check and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you are, great. If you're not, it's that easy. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't sign you up for anything. It just helps us do the show this way forever. All right, back to the clip. So Jim Knowles comes in. Obviously, he knows the Penn State defense very well, and they've gone and they've taken several guys. Chaz Coleman, who for all the world I thought was headed to Ohio State when he entered the portal, #5 overall player, huge upside. He's got the kind of skill that when you look back may make you say he should have been rated #1 in the portal. Could be an elite pass rusher. They thought he was on his way to being that at Penn State. Well, now if he's going to do it, he's going to do it in Knoxville. Amari Campbell, big-time linebacker. He was Penn State's leading tackler last year. He's headed to Tennessee. Xavier Gilliam, the defensive tackle. Lane, the safety. So why does Tennessee feel the need to do this? Because they fell off a cliff defensively. That's why. They were #6 in total D 2 years ago and number 92 last year. And I remember we were at SEC Media Days and all the Tennessee folks were like, yeah, we'll take a step back defensively. You took leaps and leaps and leaps backwards. You're supposed to leap forward, but sometimes you leap backwards or fall backwards. So that was necessary. Michigan, as expected, is seeing some churn. Some of it's good, some of it not good. The best currently is the fact that John Henry Daly, who was the #1 overall edge player in the portal, he's headed to Ann Arbor. He was at Utah. He follows Kyle Whittingham, 6'4", 255. He had 11.5 sacks in 11 games last year, so he's a really, really good player. He'll fit right in. Jamie French, also former top 150 player in the On3 high school rankings. He's a big-time talent at wide receiver, 2 Fs in the last name, mind you. And then Justice Haynes, headed elsewhere. When healthy, was really good for Michigan last year, number 21 overall player in the portal rankings. And I was looking at some of Nakos and Wiltfong's reporting on this, and Georgia Tech's been mentioned. Georgia Tech's been mentioned for a number of guys, so they're not sitting still either. And just go back to the state of Texas right quick. Everyone's making moves out here. So A&M and Texas Tech are looking down the road in Austin and saying, I mean, it's basically Southwest Conference mode. You think you're about to outspend us? Absolutely not. And so Texas Tech currently has the number 15, number 16, number 17, number 52, and number 58 rated players in the portal. They're crystal balled for the number 14 rated player in the portal. And this is the Texas Tech way right now. Now, look, it's not like they're sitting back and not recruiting high school, because they're recruiting high school very well too. They just understand in the interim, we have to go about it in a little bit different way. I mean, we don't have like a Georgia roster or an Ohio State roster just sitting here at our disposal. They got the number 1 portal class in the country right now. I thought A&M made a big move today, too. They got Isaiah Horton. Isaiah Horton was a go-to guy for Alabama this past year. Most of the big touchdown catches that you saw them have were Isaiah Horton, and now he is at Texas A&M. And that's one that, because there's so much movement, it won't get talked about a whole lot. That's the kind of guy in big games for them next year. It's not theoretical. It's proven you can depend on him. What is for everyone, perhaps, especially if you're a Miami or Indiana fan, is the national championship games next Monday night. We have fresh in. The paper's still kind of hot. Jesse just handed it to me. We have secured a great deal with SeatGeek. They've never agreed to this kind of deal with us. So national championship game is in Miami next Monday night. We'll be there. Many of you want to be there. I know you've seen the ticket market. I know it's pricey. So a lot of times we'll get you like 10% off, but in this case, we just need to get you more. And I just need to guarantee you the amount of money I'm gonna get you discounted. So if you're buying tickets to the national championship game, I'm getting you $100 off your order. And that is if you enter the promo code PATE100, PATE 100 at checkout. I know it's pricey. This is the way I've always looked at this. If you're a Miami fan, if you're an Indiana fan, you hope that this is the first of many, but you don't know. You do not know. So I heard Colin Cowherd a long time ago gave me my entire philosophy on this sort of thing in life, and that is lease your fun, but buy your memories. So obviously, man, that's a hefty price tag that you're going to have to pay. A lot of people spend money on like speedboats. A lot of people spend money on all sorts of things that are kind of commodities that honestly you could just lease or just borrow your friends or go find a friend who has it all. That was my strategy growing up. But the memories are invaluable. So like if I'm going to spend $3,300 on a thing over here or spend $3,300 on a memory, I've always been a buy the memory kind of guy. Luckily, we can get you a little bit of a discount on it, Pate 100. But I'm speaking philosophy right now. If you're on the fence, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. I know it sucks that prices are what they are. Trust me, I've been bitten by that many, many, many times in my former life before I fooled people into credentialing me to these games. I get it. I have lived in that world for years and years and years. If you can swing it, I highly advise it. I mean, ask Indiana fans that were in Atlanta the other day. That's a memory. No one takes that from you. Even the NCAA can't take that from you.